fanfiction story, which it's mainly a crossover.
Yes, I suck.
I'm tired, I don't feel good. My name is Jeff. I hope everyone has some great time. I have a fanfiction story for all of you guys. And I am still making the goofy animation that I have been trying to do for at least this month, called the K-YouTuber Battle. I'll link in the description down below. Blah 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 blah. I hope everyone enjoys it. It's a fanfiction story, which I would like to call it Battle Times.
Battle Times is a Star Wars and Halo crossover story of my own, a fanfiction story, which I'll be adding some few other things into this. But let's forget about this, and let's get on to the stupid ass video. I hate my cringy self. At the years of time, this would have been a lot more different than the actual Halo and Star Wars universe, as this would be a different type of universe, which would be at least 4,000 years ago, like at the Old Republic times, before all the Covenant Wars, Forerunners, and everything else happened, which would be part of magic and force combined together, which would have been sexually different because of how everything would be. But all species would be the same of the two universes if you are absolute big fan of Halo and Star Wars. I'm a big fan of both of them too, I will not lie about it, including a lot of things like John 117 Master Chief and other kind of things like Anakin Skywalker, Darth Revan, or Mary Jane from the Legends. And I'm just trying to get straight to the point of the absolute mess I've been thinking about of my mind having these fanfiction stories. But this would be part of years ago. At different times of years ago of the Sith Empire and the Old Republic. As the battle went on, there used to be legends of Darth Revan and Darth Malak that ruled the Sith Empire and the Old Republic together, as this is a different fanfiction story timeline. But as there used to be a rebellion as well, which is like the Age of Empires during Order 66, which the Sith warriors have turned into Death Knights. A lot of things were different as the love ages began during wars. Most Jedi were executed by these ruthless Sith Lords and Death Knights altogether. But Death Knights and Sith Lords haven't having troubles since they teamed up, making dark magics and evil force. It was still very complicated that why would there be Sith Lords and Death Knights together. How a lot of trouble was going in and out and in and out. And then as the Jedi, Sith and Death Knight were almost to extinction, this is where the Covenant comes in and tries to take over humanity and other species as possible. Most rulers trying to rule a lot of species and trying to wipe out the humanity as possible. But as Sith tried to return again during the possible facts, the Covenant kept striking the Sith down, and even the Death Knights too. And Death Knights learned a powerful evil artifact which that can raise the dead, which is called necromancy. But as the Covenant destroyed that as well, and stole lots of other aliens, such as Trandosans, Organized, which is the grunts, jackals, brutes, Sanghelios, which are the elites, keep bring more aliens more and more, and enslaving Twi'leks as well from the Star Wars universe. Until the UNSC comes in with the super soldiers of Spartans, which they had to defend their main home called Earth, and the other few planets that had to do some impossible things, making super soldiers that are slightly like Spartans and also supposed to be ODSTs, but enslaving these super soldiers as well, slightly powerful than Spartans, trying to make sure that Spartans were being bay of the order as best as possible before anything else necessary would go on, like if anything else would betray, and also anything evil happening and also going on. Because some children are being actually magical and also for sensitivity, which is purposely the government of all around the world of Earth is killing the for sensitive children and also magical children as well. What does that sound like to you, fortunately? And years ago, which was like 20 years ago, which I was saying this story, Meg Carson had take his son, Jacob Carson, to a planet very far away from the UNSC and also other governments. And also other, space governments and whatever, trying to kill all the force sensitive children and the magical children as fast as possible. So that way no Sith or Jedi or any other users of powers will reign evil and terror against all the galaxy. Which is quite a scumbag of them, but that's where they want to do it. It's kind of like evil government terrorism of China or whatever that you have to think about it. There has been a lot of things going on in this fanfiction story, and Jacob Carson had to look around while Meg Carson had to watch out for his son on the planet as others get gunned down. Meg Carson had to hide his kid from everything as possible, train him and teach him, and hopefully that Jacob Carson will be a good guy, which is a powerful user, and hopefully that others will be fine years later. And of course some other evil guy will have to stick in and try to capture the boy as possible, which is not the Covenant. The Sith have returned. This Sith Lord's name is Darth. Oh crap. Kitty, go away. This Sith Lord's name was Darth Malicos, but others call him a Sith of Death or the Mighty Sith Lord. He's pretty much like Anakin Skywalker, Darth Vader, but except he used to be in the UNSC to all the corruption going on start killing millions of children, he had to run away and learn the dark powers of his own because he felt that one child escaped, he had to take care of the children as possible, but in his own dark hands, as he serves somebody as well, which is a Sith Lord as well. But I'm not gonna spoil it, and not gonna show it yet. Still, this is pretty much like a video game, which is from 2008 called The Force Unleashed. Basically, Darth Malicos finds the child, Jacob Carson, on the planet that his father was on, and it has to run away to fight other troopers because he leaves Jacob Carson with a mage, which the mage is very powerful, but not as powerful as Darth Malicos. I will show you a cutscene here, which hopefully will not be copy strike, but you'll get what I mean of how Darth Malicos took Jacob Carson as his own apprentice.
Dark Lord! Whatever you want, you won't find it here!
You cannot disguise yourself from me, Jedi.
Turn back!
Someone far more powerful nearby. Where is your master?
The dark side has clouded your mind. You killed my master years ago.
Then now you will share his fate. A son.
Run! Lord Vader.
Come with me. More will be here soon.
Republic is the galaxy's only hope for peace and justice. It must not fall. The Sith Empire exterminates everything in its path. The enemy has no remorse for the worlds it destroys. Everything we value will die unless we hold the line. This war isn't about politics or resources. We fight for survival.
As somebody else stops Malicos from taking Jacob Carson, this was a Jedi and Sith battle, like this scheme here, which says the battle was going on and also perfectly outmatched, but there's a twist. Darth Malicos kills everyone though, and leads the boy to safety as possible. Getting onto a ship, they escape out the planet. And also as he killed other Imperials and Republic troopers together as Republic risen up again, while they fight the UNSC-2, the Empire was trying to attack Darth Malakos' ship as possible, and before they escaped to hyperspace, Darth Malakos changed his mind about making Jacob Carson as his apprentice. They go to Earth, secretly and very speed with swiftness. Darth Malakos brings the boy to a UNSC training grounds. As Darth Malakos was arrested, he told him everything and something else, that Jacob Carson's father did something wrong and very illegal, which could have killed Jacob Carson. Now I'm gonna tell you this. He was trying to make him as a super soldier, which pretty much give him some examples, like in this scheme here, as this scheme put samples into his brain and also needles and drills, as the father did to Jacob Carson on a planet with a lot of things. It wasn't very good because it could have caused Jacob Carson his death. But it did not kill Jacob Carson though. But still, it was a very bad idea to give him the examples to become a super soldier and also a powerful user. Yeah, thanks, Dad. After years later, as they kept training him, they trained him to an orbital dropship trooper on certain missions as best as possible. They handpicked out this guy, Jacob Carson, which is a powerful being, but has not teach him yet because they are scared about his abilities and also his energy as well. But they kept training him and kept on getting to certain missions as possible, until a planet very far back called Dagobah, which was very far away at the outer rims of space. Certainly there was a whole bunch of suns and also a whole bunch of moons. In this universe, that is. He finds all energies that connect, but also knows that Covenant is on this planet area of Dagobah. Jacob Carson doesn't follow the missions though, as he kept on looking for a source of power. He comes to himself a crystal, finding it in the deepest caves, which there's a lot of crystals out in the Star Wars timeline of the galaxy. Jacob Carson gives himself a crystal and also looks up books which he found in deep underground, very old, thousands of years old. He read knowledge, and then as his team, Audible Dropship team, finds him in underground, they were not very surprised. And then he was ranked out to Marine, and then a year later they want him back, which is quite stupid in this timeline of a fanfiction story, but they wanted to do him something different. They changed him into a Spartan, of course. Why the heck not? That's the military's decision. As you can think about it, they made him to a super soldier, and also Covenant raid started to rain down. As soon as they defended the Covenant off and destroyed their fleet, another fleet appeared, which was the Imperial fleet. And again, the UNC won because they had a whole bunch of super soldiers, and the Sith Empire did not have a whole bunch of Sith Lords. Thank goodness, not Death Knights. And personally, Jacob Carson was a good leader soldier, but it is not really made for being a Spartan 2. But as he still has books that he goes to Dagobah every single 2 months, he still reads a whole bunch of knowledge. You know what's more than a Lamborghini? Knowledge. But as another month went by, Darth Malicos breaks out and starts raging, slaughtering innocents and finding the boy as best as possible. Slaughtering all Marines, women, but not children, no. No, we're not going to the memes. He starts slaying Spartans as well, even younger men and younger women too. So as Jacob Carson reaches 256 in the Spartan count, starts fighting Darth Malicos, and then as he has done so, and killing Darth Malicos with his own lightsaber, dark very soon, he hides the lightsaber. He's aiming to keep it as his own weapon. And more to say, they have to keep on fighting sensitive children, but as Jacob Carson stops him from doing that, a lot of military folks finds Jacob Carson as a traitor because he revealed his identity, but for a good reason though. Because there's not a lot of dark users on Earth and other allied planets that they have and own to defend from the Covenant and also from the Empire and the Republic too. They have to rethink about all this. They stop killing the force-sensitive children and the magical children. That's all I got for today, folks. I know it was very cringy about this video. I am so sorry. Which, technically, I'm not very sorry. That's kind of like a stupid thing I have in my mind. So making a YouTube K-Battle, whatever, majig. My animation is not looking good, but whatever. Practice makes perfect. I keep practicing. And I'm still getting good at these stories. I hope you like part 1 of the story. I'm gonna make part 2 of this story as well, and also a fanfiction Spider-Man story. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.